Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Magic: The Gathering Arena. I mean, we've had three good results in our three drafts in Throne of Eldraine, right? It's a 4, a 7, and a 5, right? I think so. I'd try to get another couple good ones in before we go. See if I can end on a bad streak, maybe. Ruin the good record I have by getting in here and going 0-3. Midnight Clock, that's fun. I don't know if it's actually good. It's a cube card and a constructed card. I don't know if it's a draft card. You're probably just supposed to take Beanstalk Giant. Is there anything else good here? Rimrock Knight's good. This is just too ambitious. Beanstalk Giant is great. Like, it ramps for 3, same as Midnight Clock, and then it's also a huge threat on 7. Clock is, a threat 6 turns after you play it because it draws you some cards. But Beanstalk Giant, if you draw it on like turn 5, for example, you can ramp and then next turn play out a 7/7. Let's see. So this fetches a basic land, but it cares about the number of total lands of any sort. Makes sense. Into the Story. That's, it likes to be in blue-black mill most, of course. I think I might just take Into the Story. There's nothing actually really exciting here for any color. Right? Ginger Brute's okay. Oh, Youthful Knight. Wasn't that kind of okay? It's a 2-mana 2/1 first striker. That is not bad. Blue-green. I mean, we're not committed to any of these cards, obviously, but it's probably supposed to be Charmed Sleepover. Yeah, of course. So we're Into the Story, right? Removal is good in limited, so I'll take that. It is a little tempting to take the Youthful Knight because it's just there's more good white stuff here. I don't know. More chance of wheeling something that fits into the green-white, kind of. This thing's pretty decent, right? Non-humans, yeah. Deathless Knight, also pretty good. They're both green. Non-human creatures. Ugh. I feel like this Keeper of Fables is just like it's good when you're winning. It's a win more card. But it's still fine as like a 5-drop, right? This card works like specifically with the food deck, but I don't know. It's so expensive. I'll take the cat. What is all this stuff? Dragonfire, pick 4? Okay. That seems like a pretty strong signal, and the rest of the pack is garbage. So maybe green-red non-humans? We have this cat that cares about non-humans? I mean, we're still pretty open. We could do anything, but... Red, I mean... Dragonfire pick 4 is pretty serious. Come on, guys, hurry up. Let's go. Zinzarin, I'm waiting on you. Zinzarin? I don't know. Red Cat Melee? I mean, that's okay. Is there anything else good here? Bargain is good for the... Oh, no. Witchstalker is just a big beater. Red Cat Melee, I mean, it's 1 mana... Does a ton of damage. It's insane against red, obviously, right? Against the other colors, it's, like, good sometimes. But I think just having a 4-mana 4/4 trampler that has an upside, like, that's great. I'll take that. Getting the mana curve nice and smooth. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. We'll just keep it nice and flat the whole way through. Run the same number of 2-drops as we do 7-drops. Haha. Of course I will not do this. Another red cap melee. There is a Tome Raider, which is kind of surprising. Pretty good card to see so late. Not as good as Dragonfire, though, so I don't think I want to take a second blue. I'd rather take a second red. Red cap melee is fine. Actually, you know, maybe I just take the egg? I don't know. Is red cap melee fine? I'm going to take the egg, I think. Well, maybe some of this blue stuff makes sense, but I don't know. Claim the Firstborns, this like big aggro thing. Thrill of Possibilities, fine. Oh, I'd like the Acolyte more, though. Okay, good to see there is some green later in the pack. I was worried. No. We got this guy pretty late. We just got a pack or two that didn't have any good green cards, and I was getting nervous. But I still think green's a good place to be. Secret Keeper pick 7 is interesting. No one building the mill deck. Second Secret Keeper. Wow. I mean, I don't like Crystal Slipper. I don't love Searing Barrage, but I think it's what I'm supposed to take. Could just take a Ginger Brute? I don't know. It's not very good. What about this Squire? Oh, actually, Ginger Brute Keeper of Fables is kind of a combo because it's a non-human. It's a food golem that is very good at doing damage, so you get to draw cards. I think that's a good enough reason to take it. I'll take another, yeah. Give me 2 Ginger Brutes, why not? Thrill of Possibility would be fine. 7 Dwarves just to have a... I think I like that better than this thing. Do I? No, I'm not really married to red yet. And, you know, either one of these could be bigger, but you never know which really will be. The mine over... I'm not that impressed with... Although, actually, flinging a beanstalk giant at someone is pretty funny. Okay, so probably not blue. This guy gets +1/+1 when you play an adventure creature. Yeah. When you cast an adventure, it's in exile? It's not in a special zone, right? Yeah, you exile it and then you can cast it from exile. Okay. Barge In is probably supposed to be in the red-green deck. I'm not thrilled about it or anything, but gross. Very strong. I don't really want a quad green card. I might just take Merchant of the Veil or maybe this this 4-drop. I think I like the Merchant of the Veil better. I don't think there's really a universe where we switch to white here. There was not after a card like 2 or 3 or whatever, when we saw several good white cards, there wasn't really anything. So it's just not our color, even though, okay, Glass Casket's a cool card. Second Beanstalk Giant. What is this? 4 mana, 2/3. It hates green. It has Death Touch. Okay, I mean, that's pretty good. I think I'll just take another Beanstalk Giant. Nothing appeals here, really. I mean, I don't know. I never know when you're supposed to take cards like this. You know, it's an aggro finisher. Or Return to Nature, for that matter. I think it's pretty bad to main deck, and in Best of One, there is no sideboard. Sometimes it gets you, but I don't think you're supposed to actually run it. I'll just take a creature. Still don't want a quad green. I think it's just Rimrock Knight. Great card. How many of my creatures are humans, by the way? I would assume very few. Yeah, 2 out of 11. The Rimrock Knight, is he a dwarf? Yeah. So what are my humans, anyway? Merchant of the Veil and Acolyte? No, that's an elf. Oh, this Squire. Okay. Not a huge deal, of course. I don't have that, like, super strong non-human synergy that I have to start, like, looking through my deck for humans and cutting them. I just, you know, want to prefer non-humans when I have the choice. Keeper of Fables and Barge In, I think, are the only 2 cards that care about that. Is that right? Yeah. I love my 2 Ginger Brutes. 2 mana, 2/1 with an adventure to destroy an artifact. That seems fine. Could take Tall as a Beanstalk or just get this Gingerbread Cabin. I'm not a big fan of these enchantment buffs. A 2 mana 2/1 that has like an upside is solid. Rimrock Knight and Squire are my only 2 drops right now. The cabin would also be good. I would be happy to have this, but I don't know. I'm going to take the spell over the land right now. Slipper? I don't think I need 2 flings. I don't really need any slippers, but, you know, giving the giant haste is pretty funny. We do want to be the beatdown, obviously. And haste helps with that. Okay, this card seems fine. Could take a 3rd Ginger Brute, but I think... Well... I mean, actually, what if I took a 3rd Ginger Brute? Taking it basically just for this Keeper of Fables synergy? I don't know if that's such a great idea. I want like a combat trick and a slightly... I don't know. The 4 mana 3/2 kind of stinks. But the combat trick is pretty nice. I mean, there's not really anything else here. I'm not going to run the Spider or a Blow Your House Down. I don't think I'm that aggressive. This card's sorcery is pretty cool, and then like there's the top end of having another big creature. This dang Ogre. I had this in my mono red deck and I never played it. Or I cast it once and it just got like lightning bolted or something. Obviously there is no lightning bolt in the format, but whatever. They removed it somehow and it just like was not threatening at all. Is it 4 mana for a 4/3? It's ugh. I probably don't even want this egg, right? We're doing more aggressive things. I don't really want to spend 2 mana doing nothing just to cycle. And I don't really need the food or the fixing, hopefully. But it's nice to have in the sideboard in case I like draft some or I open some big, I don't know, blue bomb or something. Maybe I could splash it. I mean, the Wolverine seems very bad. Weapon rack could be playable. I guess I'll put it in for now. Oh, we love Robber of the Rich. 2 mana, 2/2 haste and reach for some reason? Oh, Grumgully, though. Oh, man. Is that too greedy? Robber of the Rich does so much. Do I own any rogues right now? Just the one we're thinking of drafting. I think you have to take the Robber of the Rich. Grumgully would be nice. Maybe in some dream world we can wheel that. We're never wheeling this, and I'm really excited to have it. Just a way for the aggro deck to play catch up on card advantage, or to keep, pouring out the damage, I guess would be another way of putting it. I mean, this all kind of stinks. Am I running a Trebuchet? I assume I don't have many knights. 3, yeah. So this pings them for 1. I mean, it's not very good. Maybe I take claim. I mean, I could take Crashing Drawbridge. It's kind of terrible. It's terrible, right? I could take Claim the Firstborn. I think that's more realistic than the Trebuchet. That we might actually run this. Redcap Raiders is great for this deck. Fits nicely into my 3 slot and does some very important and valuable stuff. Rimrock Knight looks good again. Ooh, Fierce Witchstalker. Do I need more 4s or more 2s? They're both fine. I have enough ramp with the 2 Beanstalk Giants and the Rosethorn Acolyte. I think I should try to have a little bit more going on 4. I guess I could have taken the Cauldron. I didn't notice it till right as the pack was about to go away. Oh, Wolf's Quarry. It would be a huge top-end card, but I don't need this. The red cap is fine. Could take this. Is this any good? No. Well, I was offered a gingerbread cabin at one point, and I took something else instead. It was a spell, but I don't remember what. I'm just noticing now I seem to have enough spells. Another Headhunter? Sorry, why am I saying Headhunter? Witchstalker. Or just a Dwarven Mine. We have a lot of red creatures. I feel like we should have 3 mountains most of the time. And I have enough spells. I don't think I need to take a 3rd Witchstalker. Like, I could cut something for it, but it wouldn't be that incredible. Wow, Improbable Alliance is still here? Nobody's playing red-blue, apparently. Thrill of Possibility. I don't have much draw. Tall's a Beanstalk. I don't know. I wonder, like, if I need this to, like, close out a game or something. I'll take the Thrill, though. Tall's a Beanstalk Gingerbrood would be cute, I guess. Oh, Out Muscle. I need this real bad. I have very little removal, as usual. Okay, 7 dwarves. Oh no, the tracker is great. It's a 1 mana 2/2. So we can probably cut some of this, like, I don't know, the red caps or something. I don't think the Squire's doing much. We can search for how many adventures we have when we're done, but I don't think it's going to be enough to justify running that. And importantly, they're all kind of like big, in adventures. Like, I don't know, I guess I have some 3-mana adventures. Okay, 7 dwarves. Not great, but it is a 2-mana 2/2, which is, I guess, just worse than the card I just cut. It is a dwarf, though, whereas the squire that I cut is a human, and we don't like humans. Someone took the Grump Goalie, by the way, I'm realizing now. Not a huge surprise, but I still think it was right to take Robber of the Rich. Such a good card. Cauldron's okay. I think I can cut this Slipper. What else do we get rid of? Not much. I think 17 lands is probably right for this. We're not particularly low to the ground. Claim the Firstborn and Barge In. Those are finishers. Fling is a finisher. Dragonfire is just creatures, right? Or planeswalkers, sure. I wonder if we don't need Thrill of Possibility. It's like we don't have a ton of draw. We do have ramp, so in principle, maybe we want to be able to draw a lot of cards. But this is just card neutral, right? It lets you cycle this and another card. Sort of, right? It's like if you could put this in your deck as a card that said cycling 1, and also any other card of your choice has cycling 1. That would be pretty cool. It doesn't actually work that way. It would be much better if it did, because you could cycle anything. And you could do it one at a time instead of having to commit to both of them at once. But still, like that's the basic reason why you run Thrill of Possibility cards like this is that, or anyway, I think that's why how I think of it. Like, cards that have cycling 1 on them are generally good, because assuming their other side does something, sometimes you want what their main effect is. You know, it's a land with cycling 1, for example. Sometimes you need a land, sometimes you don't. You can cycle it when you don't. And this kind of lets you treat itself and 2 other cards as though they had cycling 1. I don't know. So, removal. We have the Dragonfire, the Cauldron. I don't want to use Fling for removal. That's burn. And Outmuscle and Barrage. So that's a decent amount. Do we have any way to give this giant trample? I hope we don't really need to. We just like attack with a 10/10 and the opponent's like, oh, I jump with a 1/1. We're like, okay, I'll attack with it again. I mean, this is not an especially great 2-drop. But the flexibility to destroy an artifact, I think, makes it worth running. How do we do on humans, by the way? 4 humans, so a quarter of our deck is humans, 3/4 non-humans. I like... I want to cut Like, I don't think it's right to cut Thrill of Possibility because we have a couple of, like, I don't know exactly what am I digging for with, like, giants, I guess, that we want to get to later or to ramp or something. But I think, honestly, like, I should cut Thrill of Possibility and something else and put in some more 2s because I do not have enough of those. I've got a good 1 mana slot. That's great. Maybe I could cut, like, a Barge In. But no, Barge In is a way to give the giants trample. That's why we like... Okay. That's why I like that card. So I could just run this Squire as, like, a 2 mana 2/2 that's sometimes better. If I can find one more cut. I don't think it's right to cut Searing Barrage. It's removal and burn, and since we have, like, 3 sources of ramp in the deck, we kind of don't mind expensive removal. Maybe this Carver can go. I like the combat trick, but I don't love it. Alright. These 3 top-end, well, I don't know, 4 top-end creatures, 6 top-end creatures, whatever. Hopefully that's enough to carry us. What do we think about 8 and 9 here? Equal in terms of number of spells. We have some double green cards. Our Adamant spell is red, but it's a 5 mana spell. We should be fine for that, I would think. It's more that, like, my early game is all red and my late game is all green. Makes me wonder if I should do it like this. Right? Yeah. I think that makes sense. I mean, okay, the Beanstalk Giants are early game also. They're like 3 mana green ramp spells. But, I don't know. I mean, 8 green sources should be plenty to cast a 3 mana ramp spell. Ooh, this is great. I'd like some more lands, but I have a good 1 and 2 opening and removal, so... As long as you control... Oh, but this is a human! Oh no! Hang on, this isn't. Is it? It is, but it's even... Yeah, give me your cards, sucker! No. I can only cast cards, so exiling a land, I don't get anything. It's a rally for the throne. Okay, well, I'm not going to get the adamant effect on it anytime soon, I would think. So it went away, right? But it's still... It's playable any turn that I attack with a rogue. And I believe this to be my only rogue, basically. I mean, I guess we're just going to try to win on 2 mana, it looks like. Getting there. Okay. Told you it was a good hand. And then, I mean, we did top deck the Robber of the Rich, which... It was a better play on 2 than this was, but not that much better, since we didn't end up actually exiling anything that mattered. I wish it would let me play their lands. Oh, what are my dailies today? White or red, white or blue, blue or black. All right. Can you imagine, by the way, if we had cut down to 16 lands? That whole game, I'd be sweating bullets like, oh my god, I did this to myself. I'd be just wallowing in misery about how it's my fault I only had 2 lands, and then I would have been, oh, I scraped out with a win, but, you know, I didn't cut. I ran the normal number. Sometimes you just don't get that many, and it was a good hand anyway. Sure. I have a Ginger Brute, a Cauldron, and Ramp. I could play a Rimrock Knight, or I could develop the Cauldron. I'm pretty sure I just want more creatures. Opponent's player 1, but they're not doing anything. One, two is kind of annoying. Let's see, what shall we do about this? I can just play the Giant, or Adventure the Giant. Or I could play this. That gets a creature and it's also mana. This would be just mana. Like, there's some fling line where I fling the, I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. This comes in tapped, right? No. I see. So I could do this and still do something this turn. Like develop this or get in with the Ginger Brute. I think this is the clear choice. Oh my god, it's the best card in the game! What am I supposed to do about this? Swing for the fences, right? Okay, I'm gonna need another red mana, please. Oh, wait, hang on. Whoops, I already have enough red. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, so I'm exiling this for no reason, but I guess that's fine. I mean, flinging the Giant at them is still a win con. That I think is quite realistic. Oh, these all have haste, don't they? So the Ginger Brute can't even sneak in under the wire. Land would be a pretty good draw, I think. Dwarven Mine most of all, because it's not a tap land, and we would get a 1/1. So I want to be able to like play this to get my 6th mana, and have a 7th mana to play Giant. Okay, that's not much of anything. Oh, please attack with it. So what's the cleric stats? It's a 2/1 lifelinker. Oh. Claim the Firstborn, huh? Could steal their Trampler at some point and then throw it at them. That's not so bad. I don't think I want to do it right now, but maybe I do? Claim the Firstborn on a 3/1. No. But I don't know. I guess I do take the 3-1 and hit them with it. Because I want to use Fling on the giant, right? So let's do this. Thanks for giving me the trampler dummy. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Sort of. Oh, but they know that I have the giant, so right. They're trying to prevent me getting that, sure. They don't know I also have Fling with it. +0/+1, and they get a food. That's upsetting. That's really bad, actually. Wow, that's brave. Okay. Really? I guess they do have the food token. So I can blow up the 1/2, swing. Is Fling an instant? It is. And then in response to them cracking the food, kill them with Fling? Seems like a good time. Well, that assumes they wait till end of turn to eat the food. They should eat it sooner before they take the 4 damage from these two. Yeah, they're gonna eat it now. Okay. Makes sense. Wow, they keep getting tramplers, huh? I'm not sure that's so good for me. I'm never getting to play my giant before the game's over. Do I have any other burn in the deck? Barge in, I guess? So no, not really. What can I draw that would be a potential lethal? I mean, nothing, right? Does Barge in do it somehow? Maybe? Anyway, I don't think there's any reason to fling at one of these guys. Yeah. Maybe blowing up their 1/2 was the mistake, and I should have played the Raiders instead. The slow play first and then the fast play. Sort of the general rule for what you should do. Because I don't think I have any lines left to win anymore. Maybe I should have flung the Rimrock Knight at one of their warriors. And then this turn I could eat the food and I might be alive. But I wouldn't have any creatures, so... Not sure how great that would have been. This is the rogue. ETB deal 1, huh? I mean, and it's also the case that, like, if instead of red cap graders I had drawn a land, and then I'd drawn another land, maybe this Beanstalk Giant would be keeping me alive. Probably not, though. This is lethal. It's like super lethal. Don't forget to tap this thing. There you go. Get me as hard as you can. Very good. Well, we had a decent start, but... And I thought I might be able to get them before the Outlaw's Merriment took over the game, but I couldn't. I mean, this card is just disgusting for 4 mana, obviously. It won the game all on its own. I played like 7 cards, and they played 1 card. Obviously, they played other stuff, but like the only card that really did anything was Outlaw's Merriment. This is... Well... I mean, I do have a red source in Giant, so on turn 3 I could play Giant as an adventure, and then, like, I don't know. This is such a stupid keep. But I also might just top deck a mountain on turn 2. Could happen. Then it would be a great hand. That's an artifact, you idiot! Oh, man. My dreams have come true. It's a good thing I couldn't play this on turn 2, because I would have wasted it. Second mountain is actually great. So now I can play both of these guys. I would not mind cycling Claim the Firstborn. Problem is it doesn't fit very well into my mana curve. I think it's probably more important to just get more stuff on the board. Also, you know, maybe in that last game I used my Claim the Firstborn too quickly. If I had, like, I talked about taking one of their warriors and flinging it at them. But maybe I should have taken one of their warriors and flung it at another one of their warriors to keep the board clear so my other creatures could get in. Using it for 3 damage, in retrospect, doesn't seem to have worked out very well. Sure. Queen of Ice could slow me down, but I have Scorching Dragonfire. Oh, it's just the cards on an adventure that are technically in exile, so it shows that. Untap artifact or creature. Sure. Okay, so what do we do here? I could just Dragonfire this and get in for 6. Feels a bit of a waste. I think I just swing with the 4/3, develop an Acolyte, pass, Dragonfire a real creature that they play on turn on their 4th mana. Oh, indeed. I guess I should have swung with both. It didn't occur to me that they might make this trade. If that's what they wanted to do, then yeah, I should have attacked. I should have attacked with both. I don't know. This tap was kind of silly because I'm not actually going to cast my 2 red cards. Maybe this is a double bluff where tapping like this makes them think I don't have any green instants, but they're like, oh, he wouldn't do that if he didn't actually have any green instants, so he must have a green instant. And I'm like, no, joke's on you, I'm just stupid. I don't know. Clearly a silly tap, though. I was like, I have 2 1-pip costs, I should do that, but I can't cast them both. Corridor Monitor number 3, huh? I might just kill that, even though I said I wanted to use it on a good creature. No. Because I can just swing with all here and everything's fine. Or hold this back and use it to play a 6/5, sure. I think these blocks are insane, by the way. They used it to soak 4 damage once by sacking it here. They could instead have soaked 2 damage arbitrarily many times by like blocking this guy, right? So except in a super, super short term, it does not pay off to trade off when you could, or to chump when you could like just bounce 2 creatures off of each other. Sure. Kind of sad to see their mana base. Like, they didn't. Their 3rd mana was a tap land, and then they didn't draw the 4th mana for a while, and when they did, it was a tap land. Like, tough to win there against a deck that tries to push any pressure early. And I didn't, by the way. Remember I kept that hand that just had, like, giant and nothing? I don't know. They had corridor monitors and nothing, so... Yeah, did they play anything but corridor monitors all game? They played that Charmed Sleep at the end, but was that it? I don't remember any other cards. Sure, looks great. I can play Tracker, cycle, I don't know, maybe the Fling, and then play Merchant on 3. Or maybe cycle nothing if I really like my hand. Or like a Mountain if I draw a 3rd one. We'll see. Oh no, a 1-drop. What? Secret Keeper without the adventure. Okay, we're in for a wild ride here. I don't know what opponent's up to. Secret Keeper, no adventure into pass. This is insane. Because they could have milled and then developed this, and they'd be fine. Let's just get rid of this guy. This fling. Need more lands. Don't really need a fling. Well, if I'd known that was on top... I don't think there's a reason to attack. There's, like... I'm not really bluffing anything. I could have been if I hadn't played this guy, I guess. I don't know. This is an elf. Now this can attack as a 2/2, but it doesn't matter. Didn't say please? No. Okay. An adamant, okay. I mean, I could make this start attacking as a 4/4 to get damage in now. Or I could play this guy to have a 4/4, and then I can, like, maybe... I think it's important, actually, that this resolves. I don't know. Them countering this might be even worse. And right now, their shield's down, right? Let's go with this. Doesn't seem to fit in blue-black. I mean, it's a fine card, I guess. You can put it in any black deck. But it doesn't fit with the theme blue-black is usually up to. I don't think a 1/1 matters much very now, whereas a second green is maybe nice. What, 5 mana or 6 mana? I mean, I guess, yeah, the color doesn't matter. I'm going to just play Tree Folk, right? So... we swing with this again. Sure. It didn't say please. It's just a direct counterspell that mills you, right? There's no, like, you can pay if you want. Yeah, counter. And it's any spell? Yes. So I don't really want them countering this. They've left up a lot of mana, and I don't have to do much to stay ahead. I think I might just go with a Merchant of the Veil. I can even dump the forest, because yes, I sort of need a second green for this, but also I have a second source of green. It's so tiny. On that one, huh? You're so weird, man. Okay, I'll allow it. Well, that's annoying. They get this guy. Nothing good in my graveyard. I could respond with Rimrock Knight, but that just to stop them from taking this. But they're going to want this one, right? So go ahead. This is, I mean, 4 mana for this is a lot. But they did get me. Like, I thought they were probably holding up Counterspell. So, I don't know. Ooh, is that anything? Probably not yet. But it will be when they have a 4/4 trampler. I don't have to play this pre-combat. Attacking with everything else doesn't really matter. I could attack with these, I guess. If we assume I don't need Claimed Firstborn or Rimrock Knight, then this gets in 1 extra damage. I don't think I need Rimrock Knight. Now, how does adventure... If they steal an adventure spell and cast it, it must go to my exile, right? Yeah. Maybe? I don't know. I should read the rules on that. Because this short summary is not... It says you may cast it. Maybe it would be them who would be allowed to cast it. It's a lot of damage. So if I'm stealing their 4/4 Trampler and full swinging, it has to be with the intent to kill them, because they have lethal on the counter swing. Oh, by the way, I wish I had my fling back for stealing my 4/4 and then killing them with it. Killing their 3/3 with it. That would be game winning. I don't think I can really full swing and live. Well, I can hold this back, I guess. Then they don't have lethal. Let's attack like this? I don't know. This thing getting double blocked by these two feels kind of sad, but I guess it would be okay. Oh, okay. It's not that bad, I guess. I feel like I should play the Rimrock Knight so it can start attacking for 3. Yeah, now I'm on a fairly lengthy clock. Forever Young targeting cat? Are you insane? Okay, that's fine. Oh wait, I can't steal this, can I? Mana value 3 or less. I don't have a lot of time left, I guess. We're obviously playing this. It gets in for 1. Let's imagine... Okay. So it doesn't get in for 1. Let's imagine I were to steal their cat, which would be the best way to threaten lethal. Steal the cat, full swing. What gets in? Not this. So 2... This chumps here, right? 2, 5, 6, 7, 9. It would not kill them. Therefore, I don't think we should do that. they just get to play the damn cat again. No, they don't, because they don't have a food. They got to do it last time because they used Forever Young on it. But it's not... And often people can do it with the cat, but in this case, opponent can't. There's a battlefield, attacks. Okay, that's fine. I think that's fine. I think I have enough to kill them through this. So I can just take that from them, right? Oh, you know what? I should have done this earlier in case it was, I don't know, a hasty creature or something. Got him. Close game, for sure. I feel like, I don't know. I mean, what? Opponent's weird play with Merfolk Secret Keeper on turn 1 didn't matter. They weren't milling me, and also the creature didn't block much. Like, it wasn't needed for blocking early, so, like, had no downside but no upside. It had the upside, I suppose, that they had the mana available on turn 2, but then they didn't do anything, so... didn't say please on my... What did they counter again? Ginger Brute? Not unreasonable, I guess. The game was running to a close. Maybe they just wanted to get value out of this while they could. Forever Young on the cat. I mean, it feels bad, but what else were they supposed to do with this Forever Young, right? The Covetous Urge got good value. The block of the 4/4 against my 4/4 is maybe the most... Like, if I had to say which play actually cost them the game, maybe that was the closest. The one play that, like, made no damn sense was Merfolk Secret Keeper not milling. But I guess if they're just not a mill deck, despite running multiple mill cards, maybe they wanted to save the mana and hope they drew a 2-drop. This looks great. I need a 3rd land and then also 3 more lands after that eventually. That's a plains, right? Yes. And a weird mountain. Okay, I hate these alternate art styles, man. Or alternate lands, or whatever they're called. Full swing it is. Just a land, I guess. We found the 3rd land, so that's nice. I still need more. I only have 1 mountain, actually, so I can't, like, Dragonfire and cycle. Oh, are they not going to play a creature? So it would seem. Alright. Oh, another Ginger Brute. That is interesting. I think I'd rather play the Merchant of the Veil this turn, so I won't play this pre-combat. I'll swing for 3 and see if I top deck something even better. Tap them. Okay. Fine. Oh, I was gonna look up the rules for how adventure works. Let me actually check this out. I don't imagine it's gonna be super important, obviously, but while we're waiting, I may as well. Okay, so that's rule 715. Adventures, whether you cast it or not. Instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard, its controller exiles it. That player may cast it. Yeah, so you steal someone's adventure card, you get both halves of it. That's cool. Dragonfire on this looks like a fine play. Other fine plays include just like putting 2 counters on something, I guess. I don't know what I should put the counters on, honestly. Yeah, let's just blow this up. Get in more damage. You can't turn up your nose at 6 damage at this stage. And this kind of weird quasi-draw. What is this that they're thinking of? Ooh, Scorching Dragonfire. You shouldn't have. Did they get to see it? Yes. So they know what I have. I guess this would also tell me, right? No, it doesn't say. Okay. Yeah, damage, please. So I can only play this on turns that I attack. Will it tell me what it was exiled by? Yes. So this shows me the effect that allows me to play it, so I can remind myself when I would be allowed to play it if I somehow forgot. But if I attack with a... Oh, look at that! It even pops up out of their exile when I mouse over Robber the Rich. Very nice. Okay, so I don't get to cast it, but I made them eat up a whole turn killing a 2/2. That's why one of the reasons that card is good. Even if you don't get to cast the card, you threaten to cast it. I could discard this mountain, but what I really want to do is this. Six more, knock knock. If you don't kill a Gingerbrute or play a creature with haste. No, they have a food token. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot they have to do to win this game. Especially with Fling in hand. Okay. Yeah, eating the food takes them to 7, but I can still do 7. Can't attack or block. Okay, cool. It can be flung, though, if that turns out to be a good thing to do. So, for example, I could fling it at the 2/2 and, like, get in, but I don't want to do that. Hang on, don't I just swing with this and then fling the 3/2 at him? Yeah. I don't need to pay for this. Because I want them to block the Gingerbrute. I'd be thrilled for them to let in 2 damage. Food fight! I guess Out Muscle would be a more appropriate card for food fight, right? Because that actually fights. But throwing food at someone is still very evocative of a food fight. 3 wins? 2 wins? I've lost track. 4 wins? What the hell? I guess there was that guy who only drew, like... who played 2 lands and then 2 tap lands eventually and had a very sad time. Kind of... That game was so short I wiped it out of my memory. So regarding adventures and being able to cast your opponent's adventure and then cast the creature half of it as well, it was a little... It wasn't obvious to me without thinking about it a little. I thought, like, okay, the rules probably should allow it. But, like, the reason I wasn't sure, besides not having memorized every rule on every card, is just like, you know, if you have a card that, oh nice, you know, cards can never go into anyone's library or graveyard or hand except your own. It's just not allowed ever. And I wondered if such a situation might exist for exile as well, in which case, of course, they would exile it to your own exile zone. But of course, that's not true. There's lots of effects that allow. I don't know, because you exile cards. Do they? They go into, like, the exile zone, but I don't think I have an exile zone and my opponent has an exile zone. There's just one, and it's, like, face down. Okay, so they tapped it so that it couldn't attack, and then spent the next turn trapping it on in the tower. That's how scary this card is, apparently. This doesn't kill enchantments, right? Very sad. Really could use a forest quite soon now. Yikes. There's the forest right on schedule. Full swing, threatening to 2-for-1 myself, I guess? Using this. If they don't block, then I play this guy. Actually, what if I just put the counters here? But I really want to put them on the Ginger Brew. And if I'm going to actually use the Cauldron, I'd rather play the Ginger Root pre-combat, right? But I think the disciplined play is just put the counters on the Ginger Root and pass. I don't really want to get this 2-for-1 happening. Green? White. Interesting. They already have a green creature on the board. Maybe they have a forest and they need to be able... But then they just tapped wrong. Which when you've cast... No. They should just... If that was the case, they could have played forest... I don't know. That's not bad. So Ginger Brute. Full swing and then play this guy. Tap those. Fine. They have a second one of these. Making it hard to attack you, man. This is more lockdown than you would expect from green-white. Wow, a second one of these. White and white. Oh, they just want these to be huge, huh? 4/3 flyers for 3? I guess that's the plan. I can kill one of them, though, right? Great draw, I think. So if I want to, I can connect for 8. Or I can shoot this. I think I want to oh, not 8. 6. Right. Oh, but no, this creature... Right. If I shoot this, I can get in for 8. Ooh, or I could claim the firstborn? Is that crazy? I think it is. I guess I play this so that I have a blocker for their 4/4 on the ground. Can I make any attacks while doing that? Like, I could swing with the Ginger Brute, but I don't know that I'm thrilled for this trade to go through. I guess it would be okay. This 4/3 has permanent flying. This is a flying I have to pay for. So next turn, the plan, if there is such a thing, is to claim the firstborn one of their flyers. They might have 2, they might just have 1. And like Cauldron something and swing for 1 billion. Hopefully they play another flyer and swing with this one. That would be my dream, because then I can just claim the firstborn on the one that didn't attack. It's a 6/5 for this turn. Okay. I didn't expect the Fairy Guide Mother. Alright, you got me on that one. I mean... If I'd gone with the other line of not playing this, I would have lived, because... the other line was what? Well... It was to shoot this preemptively, right? And so they'd only be getting me for 8 here, maybe? I would have gotten in for more damage, but I also would have had the mana to eat these foods. Like, it turns out it would have been fine. Maybe. I mean, I guess we don't know what this last card is. Pretty cool and surprising, though, for opponent to have, like, all that burst damage that, you know, I couldn't reasonably have predicted. And I had a plan to kill them next turn. I don't regret any of my plays in that game. And I don't think opponent did anything wrong either, right? Like, they were very proactive about locking down my ace creatures early, which, like, I usually, I don't know, I guess if they didn't have anything to do, like, sure, go ahead and spend the tacticians on the tapping. Like, what does it even cost to do that? Is it 2 or 3? I'm not sure. This is slow, but I have a Dragonfire on 2 and at least a Redcap Raiders. Hopefully I can draw another creature I can play by turn 4, so this has something to tap. There it is. Much better, obviously, if I could have played this last turn. Although, I don't know. The main difference would be I'd be able to keep a Scorching Dragonfire this turn. Now I can't use it anytime soon. Forest, Squire. Okay, so green, black. Ooh, okay, we're looking pretty bad this game if I don't draw something good quick. I mean, they don't have much either, but I know my hand is junk. I don't know if their hand is junk or not. That is something. These 1-mana cards, man. Did one of them win me a game? It did, right? Like, I played this once and it was cool. I don't think I ever got a chance to play Bargen. Oh, don't do that. It's just a little 3/3. Okay, they're not going to. They're putting another eye collector in hand. This actually puts a counter, which gets it out of this range, right? I mean, it's not great to use the fight here, but it keeps this, my only creature, on the field, right? And spends my mana efficiently. Bargain only works on attackers, so I can't use it to save it from the cauldron. I think this is worth doing. This creature and that one, please. I'm not happy about it, but it seems like the right play. And they're at 11. This little dude's the only one who's attacked. He's really been putting in work. This costs 1, right? Yeah. What's the best top deck? Maybe the Mystic? 3 mana, whatever it is. Rose, Thorn, Acolyte. Did I get that right? Let's check the deck tracker. Rose, Thorn, Acolyte. That's right. Okay. Hey! Ask and ye shall receive. All right. What if I just stole this 2/2 and swung at them with it? It's not incredible, but it's kind of a lot of damage, isn't it? Because it would swing as a 3/3, right? Because of this. So this would be 5 instead of 4. This would be doing 3, so it's like 8 damage. Bargain would be almost lethal. I wouldn't have the mana for Bargain. It's probably wrong, right? Now, they can just kill the Acolyte, but it cost them their removal most of their turn, and it did 1 damage by pumping this up. I think if they do that, I'll probably just kill them next turn with these 3 red spells. Wow, that is a brave attack. You don't think chumping a 5/5 might be good? What does the 1 damage to me do? Maybe they need to get some key card in their graveyard somehow? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, by the way, this is a human. My calculations that this would be bigger if I stole this did not apply. Okay, whatever. This looks like a win. If they kill the 2/3, I still have lethal damage. And they only have 1 mana left. There could be some card in hand that lets them win. Nothing jumps out to me immediately, but I'm sure there's something. Or lets them survive, at least. Easy money. Both of us just 4 lands all game long. Or capped out at 4, I should say. Most of the game, of course, we had less than that because it was a very small number of turns. That attack with the 1/1, very brave. I mean, I could have Dragonfired it if I had had to, but also I didn't have to. Just the trample trick would have worked. It just seems outrageously bold to swing with a flyer at that point, when it looks like the flyer could be chumping 5. That's 5 wins, right? Or did I get lost and we're on 6 now? Hit me with an opponent, please. Okay, well, I guess I'll get back to you guys when there's something happening. Oh, here we are. Mazza 17. Matza, maybe? Weird spelling of Matza. Fine. I've got a Cauldron into a Knight into activate Cauldron and then out Muscle and Barrage. Like, it's not the cleanest curve, but it seems playable. I'm going to start red here because I have red cards I know I want to play, and also Searing Barrage might want to be adamant. I don't see any reason I would need a lot of green mana anytime soon. I guess since I only have 1 red mana, I still just play the Rimrock Knight. I can't, like, use it to pump this and then play it as well on a future turn. Just be mana efficient. Don't try to greed out. I mean, I could just pass, hold up this. But I think without Muscle, I could conceivably, like, deal with a creature that way. No. Okay, I mean, I don't love this thing. I don't love shooting it either, but I don't have anything better to do anyway, and it can get out of hand. And this lets me connect for 5, which is pretty important, obviously. A Forest, absolutely killer right now. Because the Rimrock Knight could fight and survive the fight. Mountain, huh? I mean, I can make do with that. When it is the battlefield, okay, nothing. Mana value is 3. I could steal this, but now isn't the time. It would connect for 8, actually. Sizzling Barrage can do 3 to face. I think we just want this. I really don't want to just trade these off. That's what opponent wants. I want this here as potential damage for their face with Claim to Firstborn. Okay. This isn't lethal, but it is a lot of damage. Mountain becomes lethal if this all connects. It won't, it seems. Okay. This is a creature, but then 3 to face? Yeah. Oh boy. This sucks. Obviously I could outmuscle to kill one of their creatures. If I aimed at this. I wouldn't be getting any value out of the counter. It gets them into range where an Adamant Searing Barrage kills them, but I don't... Because I could swing with both, right? I don't know if that's going to be good enough. White could easily have some life gain in there somewhere. I don't think I can just do nothing, though. By the way, nothing in here I can use, right? Yeah, okay. You fight this. It's very sad. Why didn't that exile something? Was that not my Robber of the Rich? Oh, they didn't have more cards than me. Mountain, mountain, yes, give me the mountain. Tap doesn't matter. Obviously eating the food will never matter here, but just in case. So we have some other lines we could take. I could make this a 3/3 and swing with it as a 4/4. Trying to bait out a counterspell. Or just wait till they're tapped out, because it's pretty dangerous. I don't know, I think maybe I just play a 4/5. I don't want to use my lethal damage when they have all this mana up. And they haven't really been in a position to counter before, so let's... I think this is a good counterspell if they have one. Okay, they don't. I could have killed them. Do I know that that lands what they drew? I'm not sure. Okay, I could go for it now. It seems very unlikely that they drew a counterspell and then... Yeah, I think they drew Trapped in the Tower. Got him. I don't know. Would they have trapped this 1/1 in the tower? Maybe not. Also, I maybe made a mistake when I fought one of their creatures. I killed the 2/4 flyer, thinking it's basically a 4/4 flyer. But they can't activate it every time, and their other creature was like actually big enough to kill the tracker, my 1/1 that's a 2/2. So maybe if I'd killed the tracker, I could have like put counters on it. If I'd killed their ground creature, I could have put counters on my 1/1 and attacked into the 2/4 flyer. That would have been another way to try to force them to use a counterspell. I'm not sure if that would have been better or worse. Probably better. But I don't remember exactly what stats. Like, they didn't have the counter on the 3/3 at the time, right? So it was just a 3/3. It wasn't a 4/4 yet, so killing the 2/4 looked maybe sort of better. I don't know. All right, yeah, I'll bash them with a Ginger Root and then play a land a Cauldron. I don't think this color choice matters. We have not, by the way, gotten the Ginger Brute / that 5-mana cat thing play to happen at all yet. Do I have to show them I'm red? I guess it would be a good idea. No, I don't know. I might want to... No, I have the Dwarven Mine, I guess. Alright, all my cards cost 1 mana. Your go. Play a creature. I'll kill it. 7 dwarves? Oh my god, I can't kill it. What the hell? Okay, Boros crashing drawbridge. Wowzer. I could just connect for 2 by paying the 2 mana on this, or I could double swing and blow up their drawbridge. I don't think I mind this thing living, so I'm just going to go around. Weirdly. That's the one with haste. No. This is the one that can't be blocked. This, I mean, I don't know. That was probably wrong. I probably should have just swung, and then, yeah. I traded 1 damage for keeping this open. Right? In exchange for doing 1 damage to them, I now can't Cauldron their play this turn, which obviously would have been great. Right? Being able to blow this up is way better than doing 1 damage to their face. And it's not clear when I'll get another chance to do that. Just a dumb play. I was so focused on like how to kill this, even though I knew that was something I didn't really want to do. I still nonetheless was focused on how to do it. Alright, it's a 4/4 with trample. Somehow they're at 13. Maybe my damage was better than I thought. How are they at 13? The 2 Ginger Brutes have done 7 damage so far? I guess that makes sense. It got in on turn 1, and then turns 2 through 4, they got in... 1 damage each. So, we have a Slaying Fire if we want it. Or, sorry, a Searing Barrage. I think we do want it. It's an instant. Is there some argument for using it at instant speed? I could swing with the 4/4 only. See what their plan is for that. This doesn't look that suspicious, right? I might just be willing for the double block to happen. And unwilling to trade in Ginger Brutes. They're sacking a land. Okay, that's fine. That resolves. Good thing I didn't try to use the Tree Folk on it, huh? Could use it now, but these Ginger Roots are not that great because they can give all their stuff haste. And the drawbridge has 4 toughness anyway. But there's nothing I really want to barrage. I guess I just do this. I mean, in the red-green versus red-white, where we're both kind of like, you know, just trying to get the opponent down to 0 life as quickly as possible, the longer the game goes, the more favored red-green is, because they actually have top end. But I don't know. Have we gotten far enough that we're favored yet? I couldn't say. The life totals matter a lot, right? And we got them down to 13, which is cool, but we are going to need to keep it up. Okay, 6th land is pretty cool. I think I just play it here and see what they have in store. I don't know what I need to play around from the white side of their deck. In red, they could be running another Searing... Or they could have their own Searing Barrage to kill this. That would be quite unfortunate. Ooh. Spicy. Just to get in there for 4, huh? Or more? If they have a land, they can play this... Oh, did they tap wrong? No, they're not trying to play this turn. Six mana, 7 mana. I want to play this and also Scalding Cauldron their flyer or something. But of course I can't do both of those things, even if I play the forest, which I guess I will. I think this might just be a hang-on situation here. But I guess I can swing with the Gingerbrute for 1. +2/+1 and flying. Rather you didn't. Oh, it was important to do that first. I was thinking it doesn't matter whether that resolves or not, because it would still kill it, but now they don't get the Guide Mother in exile. I forgot about that. Very important detail. Okay, so 7 mana. Still can't really do both of these things. I might not need Searing Barrage right now. Yeah, let's go for this. And just get the Acolyte down. Oh no, I'm stupid! This can block my Gingerbrute. But if they do that, they are going to take 6. No, they don't. Yeah, right. They can't order it so that they take nothing. Okay. Well, I'm not stupid, but I was short-sighted. I should have thought through that a little bit more. I think it might have made sense for them to try to kill this, because that's like my recurring source of damage. I don't know. I guess I could have eaten the food if that had happened, which... Oh no, it requires tap, doesn't it? Yeah, so... You can't eat it while it's attacking, only while it's blocking. I mean, unless it has vigilance somehow, but normally it doesn't. Yep, we've known about this card for a while. The Adamant Searing Fire on it looks like fun. Ooh, okay. Pay Adamant for this, and then we're just going to play the Robber of the Rich. We're not going to be able to activate this guy, but that's okay. They can't really afford to block this anyway. They just have to jump to the 6/5. Cool. Well, 7 wins. Easy game. Was it a good deck? Maybe. I gotta say, the Beanstalk Giant, I cast it once as a creature. And I don't know. I think opponent scooped and like, or maybe not, or maybe they, I think so. It never actually did anything, but I believe that was the game that I cast. I just like put down a 6/6 and they left. I don't think they killed it or anything. But its adventure half was really nice. Picking up an untapped red source several times was very helpful. Right? I got to cast the Shield Breaker as an adventure on turn 3 once. That was sick. I got to pick up the Adamant for Searing Barrage for lethal at least once. Might have been twice. This guy that I built the whole Ginger Brute combo around never did a damn thing. He drew some removal in one game, but I didn't need it. I don't think it was wrong to play 2 Ginger Brutes. They were actually kind of great. Claim the Firstborn worked out fine. Bargain, I only cast it for fun once and never importantly. Fling, I think I only cast it once in the game that I lost. Maybe I cast it one other time. Oh yeah, I did throw something at their face for lethal. I threw a Ginger Brute at their face. So, like, I don't know. If I could build this deck again, I might be taking out Fling. The whole idea of spending 7 mana on a Beanstalk Giant and then spending 2 mana killing them with it seems cool, but I was winning or losing games before that became relevant. This thing, I think I would keep in. Just, you know, happened not to draw it that often. Yeah, I don't have any big regrets here. Having another 1-drop would have been fun, but I didn't have a ton of mana to play with. So, what do we name this? I had an idea for a name when I was just starting game 1, and I just finished drafting, but I don't remember what it is. Something to do with gingerbread brutes? Can't catch me, maybe? There you go. Back to the tradition of remembering to add to decks for the 7 winners. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.